John Kavakis here with another edition of My Take. Today we're going to take a look at GLM's 1963 Studebaker Hawk Gran Turismo. Now, I know you've heard this called by a lot of different other names, the words in different orders, but I've talked to Tom Dirnberger, who had this model commissioned for him exclusively, and he assures me that that is the official name of the car. So if you have an issue with that, you got to talk to Tom. Let's talk about this design because it's a really interesting history of design. The Hawk was made from 1956 through 1964. In 1956, it was called the Golden Hawk. The history of the design, though, goes back a few years earlier. 1953 model year, Robert Bork, working under Raymond Loewy, penned the design for the Studebaker Starliner and Starlight coupes. There's a lot of question over who actually designed it. Here's a picture of Bork looking over Loewy's shoulder. I understand it's supposed the other way around, that he was the one who put the design together. But the design was, without question, it was stunning. It was low. It was sleek. It was elegantly simple. And to this day, it's considered one of the best designs of the 50s. And I'll tell you, by a significant number of people that study car design, they think it was one of the best designs ever. I wouldn't disagree with them. So Studebaker made the absolute best of that design. In 1956, they used it as the basis for the Hawk series. It was the Golden Hawk by then, promoted as a family car with the heart of a sports car. In 1957, of course, they added fins, but by that year, the entire lineup was loosely based on the original design from 1953. In 1958, there was some refreshing going on, but even Packard got in the act. You know, Studebaker and Packard merged together, and Packard had their own version of the Hawk. Here's a picture of it. You know, some people like the design. Some people find it questionable. I'll let you decide whether or not you like it or not. But the design stayed in production through 1961. The design for the Hawk, the Studebaker Hawk, remained in production through 61. By then, though, it was getting a little long in the tooth, and Studebaker realized they had to do something. Now, they had precious few resources. They were struggling. The Lark was doing good. The rest of the lineup wasn't doing all that great. There were kind of storm clouds on the horizon. They hired a guy named Brooks Stevens. Now, Stevens was a noted industrial designer, and he came in and he performed an amazing redesign of the Hawk. He made it into a true GT, a Grand Touring Coupe. He cleaned it up, gave it a roof that was kind of reminiscent of the Thunderbird, new interior. There were several refinements made to it, and to my eyes, I think he did one of the most stunning redesigns of an existing design ever. And so I think that just goes to show you how good the original design was. With a little bit of tweaking here and there, it lasted well into the 60s. So there are some changes between 62 and 64. Tom Dirnberger and Dale Dennefer commissioned GLM to produce a limited number of the 1963 models. Now, GLM made a 62 model of the Hawk, and I'll show you the differences because there are differences between the years, and Tom and Dale made sure that those detailed differences were taken care of, so you can add both of them to your collection. But with Tom's eye for detail and the incredible eye he has for color. I mean, he picked some amazing colors, and GLM's attention to finish and fit and all that. They've come up with a really great model. Now, the models sell for $129 each. Plus shipping. The only place you can get them is through Tom and Dale. I'll put their contact information up here. I'll put it again at the end, but please understand the only place you can get these are through Tom and Dale. Now, there might be a dealer or two that are helping Tom and Dale, but if you want them, the best place to get in contact with them is directly with them. And if you mention My Take, you can buy them for $119 each, plus shipping. So there are three colors. There's Green Mist. I've got the Green Mist here, but there are three other colors, and I'll give you pictures of those so you can take a look at them. It comes in Blue Mist, Rose Mist, and Champagne Gold. So, again, Blue Mist, Rose Mist, and Champagne Gold. They're all great colors. They are factory correct. Again, Tom knows how to pick these colors. So let's get the Green Mist out of the case. and we'll put it on the turntable and take a close look at it. The finish is flawless. A great metallic look to the finish. I'll try and get some pictures under the lights so you can appreciate how well the finish is done. That front end. Here's a look at the difference between the 63 and the 62. Thanks to Harv Goranson for sending me his pictures so that you could see the differences between the two. These are the things that kind of make a model. But take a look at the front end on this 63. The grille is beautiful. That little Studebaker insignia in the lower right of the grille, tricolor. It's absolutely amazing. The lensing, very realistic, look like headlights with the proper grid on them, little turn signals inside of the grille insets, just beautifully done. The chrome trim along the top of the fender, right there at the beginning of the leading edge of the fender, you have little ornaments, very well done. That's painted in silver, but it's kind of hard to tell, and it certainly doesn't detract from the model. You take a look at the rest of the side of the model. Look at these wheels. I'll tell you, GLM is just knocking it out of the park on the wheels. Really, really well done. A lot of extra effort to go into that with the right center caps. Great detailing around the edges and going into the white walls. Just beautifully done. Gran Turismo insignia in the right place for the 63 model, in the middle of the door with the tricolor badge at the end of it. The trim at the base of the C-pillar, very well executed with an insignia above that. Glazing on the car is extra clear, really beautifully done. Around the back, again, here's a difference between the Tom's 63 and the 62 model. Again, thanks to Harv Goranson for sending those to us. Lensing in the back is great, dual exhaust, so we have that heart of a sports car, Gran Turismo touring model type issue going on. And of course the interior, and I'll tell you, every model I see from GLM stamp, the interiors get a little bit better. There's great bucket seats with the mini console in it, a well-detailed dash, accurately replicated, an accurate steering wheel with the columns on either side, door panels with the proper jewelry in the right place. It's just a beautifully done car. So the idea that Tom and Dale they're passionate about these things. They're passionate about making it factory correct. They're passionate about putting it in a package that is attractive. And the great thing about these is they are exclusive. There's only 75 of each color. Now, that's one of my collecting motivations, is exclusivity. I like the idea that there aren't very many of them around, and there aren't going to be any more of them. So if you like any of these colors, our friend John Merritt, I don't know if you're familiar with him from Facebook and the forums and everything, he bought all 4 colors. And so he's excited enough about them that he wants to make sure that he has every version available. You may want to do that too. So you can contact Tom and Dale right here. Let them know you saw it on My Take. You get a $10 discount on it. That'll help pay for some of the shipping. This is my take on GLM's 1963 Studebaker Hawk Gran Turismo. Thanks for tuning in. Would you do me a favor before you go? Will you hit the like button down there? That really helps my channel. Love to have you as a subscriber. We got a lot of videos coming down the pike, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.